Hello and welcome back with yours truly, Chef Christine. Um, I am a retired cafeteria chef and I no longer do those food entrees anymore, but I do entrees of real life. Um, and the entree for today, and it will probably continue at some point, it will continue on other than this segment. Um, this entree deals with woman or women. What is our purpose and what is your purpose on a singular level? What is your purpose in life? Once again, I must reiterate the fact that a lot of things that I say, you're not going to like. Um, you're not going to agree with me, and I don't expect you to. Some of the things that I say, I don't intentionally want to hurt or offend anyone. Um, I love people. I don't like everything people do, but I love people. I really, honestly do. Um, Life is hurtful. Things in life are hurtful. Um, and I'm not politically correct. Um, I love the Lord and the Lord loves me, and I'm not full of a lot of churchy words, thee, thus, thou, and all those nice little words that churchy people say. Um, I, I don't do that. I'm who I am. I'm a child of the Most High. God is my mother. God is my father, and I truly thank Him and her for the Holy Spirit. Um, what is our purpose? Um, this is an entree that needs to marinate on our minds every day. It's time to take a real look at everything around us and everything that's taking place in this world that we live in. It's time to wake up um, and take notice to uh, not just ourselves, but how things are going in this world concerning uh, not well for me is women because I am a woman and I'm offended by a lot of things in life, especially being a woman of what the world calls a black woman. You know, but God sees us His own way and in His and her own eyes. You know, we colorize things, but being a black woman, you know, we face a lot. Even the black people altogether, we face a lot of injustices uh, in the world, and you know, but I still have love for people. I still have compassion for people, and the things I say, I'm not intending to offend or hurt you, but life itself is hurtful at times. Um, so we need to start taking a better look and a closer look at this world that we're living in today. Just recently, I came across an article about how there was a tug of war taking place, a battle of the sexes at the genome level, and that's in our genes. Um, our bodies contain a lot of cells, and of all those cells, they have their own set of instructions, just like a recipe book has uh, for our bodies and how we develop. um, there was a study done that stated that the father's gene drives the fetus's demand for larger blood vessels and for more nutrients. Okay, while the mother's gene in the placenta, it tries to control how much nourishment she provides for that unborn child. Okay, so we as women are the carriers for our babies. But even in the womb, the male, and I've talked about male dominance, the male wants some sort of control, even in that area. They still want some sort of control and to overpower. Okay, and for the most part, we've given over our control to our male counterparts. Um, Even in the book of Genesis, the first book of the Bible, man was formed out of the dust of the ground, and so was the animal species, really. But for some reason, the woman was taken out of the man. Why is that? If our Creator, whose thoughts are higher and ways are higher than ours, can create man out of the dust of the ground, and similar, the same thing with the animal creatures of the world. Why in the world would we have to be taken out of man? Man are the carriers. That's just one of those things that don't sit well. Uh, so you know, that don't sit well with me at all. God can create everything else out of the dust of the ground and all that, but we as women got to be taken out of a man. I just that just Lord forgive me if I'm wrong, but that that shouldn't sound too right to you either, because our Creator is very smart. I mean, if He could create man that way and animals, it's just as simple. You don't have to put man to sleep and then take him out, take the woman out. Oh. If that sounds right to you, then oh well. Oh, that's you, but it just don't sound well. Okay. And when it came to even eating the fruit, don't eat that. He told Adam first. Even before Eve was even mentioned, he told Adam not to eat that fruit or that tree. He told Adam. Adam. Now, Adam might have related it to Eve later on, because Adam was created first. And he spoke with Adam about this first. Now, but even though he gave the instructions clearly to Adam first, Adam, he ended up blaming Eve. Lord, it's that woman that you gave. That's why I ate it. But your creator already told you the man, you're supposed to be the head. As the world has put it, man, the head of the household. If you being head, why in the world you allowing yourself and that woman to eat that fruit that your creator done told you not to? Like I say, something's wrong with that story. And, right off the bat, there was man blaming the woman. Didn't even take the responsibility of saying, Lord, I'm the one that's sin. I should have told him that. I should have made sure she did. But lo and behold, he blamed her. He blamed her. And that sounds just like the men of today. That sounds just like. And the thing about that the males is that male bonding is strong. Male bonding is very strong. Their their bro code is strong, and they hardly ever go outside of it. Very seldom, some of them will, especially when it comes to with cheating on with a woman or whatever. But they'll break that bro code for that, but for the most part, male bonding solid is solid. But the woman, for some reason, we can't keep our shit together and solid. We can't. Uh, and biblically, as I read the scriptures, women are not spoken of in a good context for the majority of the Bible. Now, there are some parts in it that speak well of women. But for the most part, it's all about male dominance. And most of the time, women are mistreated and are the lesser. We are the lesser. And, but God has bestowed a great responsibility upon us. We contain that birth canal to bring life into the world. And that's powerful. He gave that to the woman. He gave that, she gave that to the woman. And that's amazing. So it's, to me, our role in life is it's very important. And we shouldn't be downsized. You know, there was a time when women were considered their husband's property, just like a slave. Just like a slave. You know? And that's really terrible when you think about it. And we haven't really stepped too far from that realm. We haven't. Might have made a couple of steps forward, but not too much. You know, and we don't even give it much thought because we go along with the way things are in the world today. We just go along with it. We we're we even let ourselves become male dominated all over the world. All over the world. All over the world. Women are dominated. It's sad that we haven't gained much ground since the barefoot and pregnant days. It really is sad. And I'm talking about all the women fully out of the womb. Women, chromosomal born women. Chromosomal born women. That may not even be a word, but chromosomes are very important. And I mention the chromosomes because they cannot be changed, and our chromosomes cannot be altered. They will be either male or they will be female. Chromosomes. We can't change them. It's too much. They cannot be altered. And I'm not getting into that too much because that's an entree for another day. What is our purpose in this life? It's like women all over the world are under the R. Kelly spell. Yeah, I said it. Women all over the world are under the R. Kelly spell. Rich, poor, black, white, all nationalities. The R. Kelly spell is in effect. The only difference is that he's being prosecuted for it. Foreign cultures, um, foreign cultures, they uh, they allow their children to be promised to other families, and some biblical stories even implicated such behavior. Um, but what is our purpose? What is our purpose? Uh, we are truly we're definitely the birth canal of humanity. We're truly, honestly, that we are the birth canal to of humanity. But we've given up even some of that power over to men. Women, you better stop handing over your eggs to man. Don't you know that if they'll experiment with mice, they can experiment on your shit and tell you the rest of your eggs didn't survive. Giving up too much of your power. God gave you that birth canal to man. And we're handling it loosely. Not me anymore. I can't have no more kids. But it's being handled now very loosely. Little ginger tea. Where it's being handled very loosely today. Okay? We've given up too much. You know, uh, what's to keep? This is just a wild scenario. But what's to keep man from just gathering up all the women and just putting them in one spot and just take them out and using them for their own use, just to have babies and to repopulate the world? What's to stop them from doing that? Just taking all the women that can be pregnated and just locking them up in a room and just taking them out just to procreate. Sounds kind of far-fetched, don't it? But the way we're going, where this world is going now, anything is possible. Anything is possible. You're turning your eggs over to these people to say, well, I want to make sure I can still have a baby at my appointed time. Taking God all out of the situation. Just doing what you want to do and what you feel like. Taking your eggs and putting them in somebody else. And you don't even know what they're fertilizing your eggs with. If they'll experiment on a mice, they'll experiment on your eggs. And then they take it and implant them into something else. Might inject them with something and implant them back into you. We are the birth canal to humanity. We've given up so much of our power to man. And why? You are important to this world. You are important. Have the babies when you should have the babies. And there are some women that can't have the babies. If you can't have babies, be satisfied within that. You could be a mother to countless of kids that are out there that don't have parents to love them and care for them. They got plenty of kids out there that need your love and your support. And some people are just having their eggs um, saved and stuff and allowing another woman to carry the baby because of their own vanity. Yeah, I said it's vanity. That's what it is, vanity. And in the scriptures, in the Bible, it has a section in there where it talks about mixing things together. Don't mix this with that, and don't mix that with this. And it's a chapter that I really need to go back and look over too, because I found it unimportant. But there is an importance in it, because even back in those biblical days, they were tampering with humanity. Ecclesiastes tell you there is nothing new under the sun. Nothing. Nothing new. It's been done before. But now it's being done at a higher and more advanced level. So we got to be careful. Women, we've got to be careful. We're losing more ground than we've ever gained. We're losing ground. I'm in my 60s, so, I can't, like I say, I can't have any more children unless it's miraculous. But I can't, but there are women out there, young women that are young enough that their birth canal can be utilized. But you got to be more careful about how you're doing things. Stop giving your control of your bodies and your mind and your soul over to mankind, because they're going to experiment. They're going to mix things together that never should be mixed together. And the Bible tried to give us a warning in the scriptures about mixing things together. The mad scientists are out there. The mad scientists are out there. So be careful. Women, be careful. What is our purpose? What are we really supposed to be doing? What did our Creator really put us here for? The birth canal, that was a very important thing to the Creator. He wants us to have life and have it more abundantly. But we've got to live that life pleasing in the sight of the Creator, not leaning to our own understanding in it. We've got to live pleasingly in the sight of our Creator. We have been and we still are being pampered with our bodies, our minds, and our soul. We're under an R. Kelly spell, where we as women are doing whatever that male wants us to do, saying the things that our male counterparts want us to say. Exploiting us. We're being dominated to do things we should not be doing. We should be protectors of our birth canal. We should be more protective of the ones we bear into this world. We've got to be more protective, because what God has given us is something very valuable and precious. I had stated previously about casting our pearls to the swine. We must stop doing that. We must. We've got to stop having babies before the appointed time. Give ourselves, our minds, time to develop. We have to give ourselves time to have a little life and lesson in us so that we may be able to share it with that child we bring into this world. That is a very important role that we play. Stop giving control of something that's so precious and so valuable over to others. And there are more roles in life we have to play. There are more roles in life that we must accomplish other than being used and abused and paraded around like little sluts. We're more than that. We're better than that. We got to have a man to be somebody. We need each other, true, to procreate. We need each other respectfully. Respectfully. Like they say, put some respect on it. We need each other. And that's something that don't seem to be happening. Man still wants to be the dominant force. But it must need to be a shared thing. One of respect. Life is precious. Life is precious. But women, you got to stop handing over control of your bodies, minds, and your soul. There have been many feminist groups out there that has helped a lot. But we're not that far from where we first started. We're not that far from it. We've given up too much. And we must regain that back. And we must have a coming together. Women, we must start coming together. Stop tearing each other down. Lift each other up. Take care of our bodies, our minds, and our souls. Stop letting man dictate to us what we're supposed to be, how we're supposed to look, how we're supposed to do to be acceptable unto them. God has given us a great role in having that birth canal to life. He's given us a very important role. So why aren't we thinking of ourselves as being important? Nothing will move. There is no life without us coming together. Now, those mad scientists, they're out there. They're out there. They're even trying to put brains in the robots. We've already been replaced by so many things in life. We've already been replaced by so many things in life. When is it going to stop? When are we going to wake up? When are we going to wake up? And like I say, I really hate that people are giving up their eggs and stuff to science and having them to handle their eggs like that. That just is a real problem. We're setting us up for something that we're not even ready for. Something we're not even ready for. You know, medical science is something else. And, being somebody like me, We don't know all the technical terms, and we don't have no big science. I don't have no big science background. I really didn't even like science as a subject in school. So, we're easy targets. Well, not me anymore, like I said. I'm past the age of childbearing. But you younger group, you're at its mercy because you don't know nothing. You're at its mercy, and you're taking what they say as truth. And I know this for a fact that you're taking it as truth because they know at the chromosome level, those doctors know that they cannot fully transform a man into a woman. But they ain't telling you that. Now, there are people born in this world that their innards are female, but the outer part haven't fully developed as to which that they go through. Now, when a person comes in the world with a cleft lip or whatever, they call it a deformity. So if the insides are doing one thing and the outsides are doing another, that's a deformity. A deformity. That's a deformity. A morbid. There are people that are born with genitalia that's not the norm. True. But the doctors are not really telling you at the chromosome level, they cannot change all your chromosomes. They cannot. I wrote it down about what bodies contain as far as the chromosome. But the thing is, they cannot go in and change all your chromosomes. They can't change none of that. They can't change it. So they cannot fully make any man a woman, or fully make any woman a man. But they're letting people take the heat for saying something about it. The medical field are letting ordinary people or people in show business or what have you, they're letting them lose their jobs and get criticized and talked about because they make statements that people just don't like. But if it was really expressed by the medical field that they couldn't fully do it, that would kind of slow up the fact of people wanting to get their cells changed. And I'm not going to fully go into that because I got a lot of stuff to say concerning that. I love all of you. I love you. Y'all call people like me, call them homophobes, and just give us all kinds of names. Just talk about us so bad. But, that's not even the case. That's not even the case. There's laws of nature and there's laws of man. And I didn't create anybody. We all have the creator, and what the creator created, she created. What was done was done. But we've been messed with even in the biblical days. We were starting to be tampered with. So, women, what is our true purpose? What is our true purpose? And will we continue to be male dominant? Will we continue to be under the R. Kelly spell? Like I said, I don't know everything. I don't have all the answers. But I'm sure some of you out there have a lot to say. I'm open. I'm just saying what I said, you know, not out of hate or malice or meanness. I just said what I said, and I don't mean no harm to anybody. But it's something women need to put on your freaking minds. What is our true purpose? Are we fulfilling it? Are we truly fulfilling our purpose of the Creator? Is the Creator pleased with what we're doing and how we're living? I want wisdom and knowledge. I want understanding. Knowledge is power. But right now, women, we're weak. We're weak. So don't take what I said as something being hateful or mean or what have you, but this is just the old lady talking, trying to understand what is going on. Because things are really getting out of hand. Getting real out of hand. And women, protect your babies. Protect your eggs. Stop being so loose with your body. Stop. Because you have a higher call. God is giving you something so great. And like I said, we need to coexist, but not one being more dominant over the other, but coming together to create a better world, to have a better life, and to live pleasing in the sight of the Creator. We must do better. So, until next time, I love you and live a life pleasing in the sight of the Creator. And ask yourself, woman, what is your purpose? Let me know. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.